Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be kind of a follow-up to one of the tags that I filmed. I guess it would have been in December. I filmed the Truthful Beauty YouTuber tag, and one of the questions was, have you ever changed your mind on a product and not told your audience? And I answered the question truthfully, which is to say, yes, of course I've changed my mind on a product, but I also mentioned the fact that it wasn't like I was hiding the truth, but just because like it doesn't tend to come up in certain videos if I didn't like a facial cleanser later on. So a few people in the comment section of that tag video asked if I could do a products I've changed my mind on video, which is a great idea in theory, and that's what I will be filming today. But in general, I have to say, if I change my mind on a product, I usually just get rid of it. So I gotta keep that in mind and store the products that I change my mind on for the future so that I can film more of these videos to give you guys a little bit more insight into products after I've been using them for several months. Anyway, I do have some products that I can talk about in this video, so these are going to be products that I have changed my mind on. And we're gonna kick this off with something that I have routinely talked about on Instagram stories as something that I do not like, and that is facial sheet masks. I think they are horrible to use. They're so uncomfortable. They're slimy when you put them on your face. The goop goes everywhere and it never really fits your face properly, or at least it doesn't fit my face properly. And then you lie there waiting for the 20 minutes to be over and you can remove the sheet mask from your face because all you can really do is lay on your bed or your sofa watching TV, doing nothing else, because if you move, the face mask is just gonna lift off or you're gonna drip goop everywhere. Look, it's a miserable experience. I hate using sheet masks. But I have discovered a kind of sheet mask that I actually like, so that's kind of refreshing. And it's ones that are this Bio-Cellulose kind of format, and I don't know a lot about sheet masks, but most of them are kind of like rubbery paper, I guess you could say. But these ones are more of like a second skin. So I've got two here that are kind of that format that I want to talk about, and they have completely changed my mind on sheet masks. But I have to say, I have to buy this kind of sheet mask in order to like it. So this one is the Mary Kay TimeWise Repair Lifting Bio-Cellulose Mask. It comes as sort of like a sheet sandwiched between two different pieces, and you pull one piece off, put the mask on your face, and then lift the other sheet off, and then you push it into the corners of your face and it just stays. It feels like a second skin. It is a little bit slimy, but you're not dripping stuff everywhere because it does actually conform to the shape of your face. So in the same vein as the Mary Kay one is this one by Repiel, which looks, I mean, it looks kind of funny. It looks like a needle, right? But you twist off the top and the mask is on the inside. So this is Repiel's, well, they have a bunch of different ones. I've had 4 different ones, and this is the one I'm left with. Timeless Mela-Shot Biomask. And this one is exactly like the Mary Kay one in the sense that it has a sheet mask layered between 2 separate pieces. You pull both pieces off, you put it on your face, and it just fits. There's no goop anywhere. It just fits. And I have to say, that is the nice thing about these sheet masks, because honestly, I was like, I don't understand this craze of sheet masks. I don't know why everybody likes them so much, because I can't stand them. But this kind works for me, and it really is that sort of bio-cellulose material that these are made out of that really makes sheet masks for me. So I'll continue using these kinds, and honestly, if I'm sent a sheet mask, I'll try it out. That's not in this format, but if I'm going to be picking up any by myself, they have to be in this kind of style because that is just the most comfortable for me to wear. So in that tag video, I made mention of the fact that the category of products that I'm most likely to change my mind on is foundation. And because I said that, it's really made me think about how I review foundation. More often than not, I've always taken a foundation, put it on in the morning, filmed it, you know, the application, what my thoughts were, wore it throughout the day to work, came back, and then gave you my thoughts on it afterwards. But that's really only one day, and I'm starting to think that that's not nearly enough information for one person to make a judgment call on a foundation. And I've seen other people sort of, you know, coming to this conclusion as well, other beauty YouTubers. And I just don't think a one-day time trial is good enough for foundation because I've noticed that I've changed my mind more often than not on foundation. Now, there's a lot of foundation that I've gotten rid of, so I can't really speak to everything that I've, you know, given a good review on and then removed from my collection. But the 2 that stand out in my head are the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation in the matte and the hydrating version. Honestly, I don't even remember what I said in my video, but my lasting impression of it was that they were okay, leaning towards good. However, in reviewing the footage of those foundations, when I was editing the video, and then later on, I think I must have rewatched them like a month later, I was like, I don't like how my skin looks in those videos. So I was like, well, there's no point in keeping this foundation. So I just got rid of them. So yeah, I'm definitely changing how I'm reviewing foundation from now on. And in fact, I may only review it after I've tried it out for a week and then do a 1-day trial so that everybody can see how it looks on my face. Because I really don't think that a 1-day, you know, trial is good enough at this point. And I'm honestly glad that, you know, this tag video kind of prompted me to realize that, because it's true. I have gotten rid of a lot of foundation that I've more than likely given a good review to. The Estee Lauder Nude Water Foundation, I think that was another one that I got rid of as well as the Makeup Forever Water one. Yeah, there's been a lot of foundations that I've changed my mind on, so I definitely need to change how I'm reviewing those products. So the next few items I have to talk about are a little bit awkward because I have given them glowing reviews in several blog posts, and I am heartbroken that these two flavors don't work for me. And they are the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Masks. Now, I have to start this off by saying I love the maple lip mask. I have gone through an entire tube of that thing and it did wonders for my lips. It was healthy, hydrating, revitalizing, and it tasted wonderful because it's maple. However, these two ones actually destroy my lips, and like disgustingly so. So this is the candy cane flavor and the other one is the original one. And I desperately wanted to love candy cane because it came out for the holidays. I love candy canes. I love the smell of peppermint, yada, yada, yada. And when I went to use this by itself after I'd finished up another lip balm, I discovered that it was actually destroying my lips. Like, it would cause this horrific, rough red patch that peeled constantly on my bottom lip. And I was not convinced that it was this because I had loved the maple mask and gone back to it so many times. So what prompted a good review of this was that I had used it for, I think, 3 days, and then it was like, yep, it's great, it's wonderful, and had gone back to my lip balm that I was currently using. And so I hadn't really noticed that this was doing anything to my lips because it hadn't been given enough time to destroy them. But when I switched to using this day after day, night after night for, I think it was a week or more, I just slowly discovered that it was drying my lips out. So I swapped this out and went back to a lip balm that I've used before that I know works fine for me and healed my lips back up. And then I was like, okay, maybe that was just some random fluke, and I went back to this lip balm and the same thing repeated itself. It destroyed my lips, I had the peeling. It was gross. It was just really gross and really frustrating because I had no idea what was going on. I thought I had like a virus or something. So I went back to the lip balm that I knew worked and it was fine. Everything healed back up again. And stupid me tried it one more time. And sure enough, it destroyed my lips again. So I don't know what's in the candy cane one as well as the original because they both reacted the exact same way on me. But the maple one works wonderfully. So I can't recommend the original or the candy cane if you actually want to hydrate your lips. Go for the maple one. Sticking with lip products, I have to talk about the Too Faced Melted Mattes. Now, when I first tried these out several years ago, I was really impressed by them. At that point in time, I had tried out very few liquid lipsticks, and the ones that I had tried out before these were awful. More specifically, I'm thinking about the ColourPop Ultra Matte liquid lipsticks. I cannot stand those. They just do miserable things to my lips. They are dehydrating, they're uncomfortable, they feel like paint that has just dried on your lips. It's a terrible experience wearing those for me. And when I tried these, I was like, whoa, they are so hydrating, they're comfortable to wear. You know, it was just relieving to be able to wear a liquid lipstick that didn't feel horrific on my lips. In more recent years, however, I have discovered that there are liquid lipstick formulas that I prefer much more, like the Maybelline Matte Inks. They are super flexible, they're actually hydrating, and they stay put. Well, these do stay put mostly, but I get a little bleeding in the outer corners of my lips after I've been wearing them for a few hours, whereas the Maybelline Matte Inks don't move at all. And the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks are more comfortable than these as well. So you know, it's funny, like I can tell you that I found better products, but I still go back to these quite a bit because I really like their color range. This green is fantastic. And then like the gingerbread man that came out 2 years ago and then got relaunched last year, and like the candy cane color. They're also scented, which is, you know, something I really like. So I go back to these constantly, even though I have found a better product elsewhere, just because the color range is glorious. And you know, you can't always find the same color in a better formula. So while these are not my favorite anymore, I have to say that I still wear them, but my mind has definitely changed on these. They're not as wonderful as I originally thought when they first came out, just because, you know, makeup's kind of changed over the years. We find things that are a little bit better, or, you know, was something that we were missing that we didn't know we were missing. And while I still love them, there's definitely better things on the market now. And the very last item I'm going to mention that I've changed my mind on is something that I've mentioned more recently. I think it was in my 2018 favorites. It's the ABH Aurora palette. I bought this at IMAX in New York, I think it broke. Okay, well that was a disaster. One of my favorite shades, Lyra, just broke in half, but luckily I had a paper towel, so I scooped it up and I'm gonna have to repress that. So I picked this up, I think 2 years ago now, at an IMAX because I love the glow kits. I think they're fantastic products. I'm always excited to get new ones and see the new shades. And I picked this up without really thinking about it, just because I was like, they're perfect, I have to own it. And I got it and I was like, what is this bizarre color combination? I don't enjoy it, I think it's weird. And I just put it to the side. Didn't use it for most of 2017 and probably not at the start of 2018. And then all of a sudden, I was suddenly wearing eyeshadow looks that this would really help with, either to put on the inner corner of my eye or to wear as a highlighter. And I just started reaching for it all the time. It was such a change in mentality for me because usually I feel like when I don't like a palette, I just get rid of it because there's no point keeping it in my collection. But for whatever reason, I held on to this guy and I'm so glad that I did because I have loved the colors in here so much in the last year that it's just made me really happy that I decided to hoard it in my collection. This one up here, Helia, such a wild color. It's like a green yellow. It looks so freaking pretty. I mean, it's a little bit strange on the cheeks because it doesn't look quite natural, but I wear a lot of off-color highlighters, so I'm not that bothered. I wear Spectra every now and then if I want to look a little bit alien-esque because it's like a purple gray with a little bit of green in it, so that on the cheeks looks, I mean, it's bizarre, but I don't wear makeup to look pretty. I just wear it for fun. So I wear that if I want to look a little bit different. I love Eclipse and Lyra. They're quite similar in terms of like being a peachy pink orange. And I've just really enjoyed this palette in the last year, and it's something that I changed my mind on so drastically because I hated this thing after I bought it. I gave it a terrible review on my blog, but I have definitely been enjoying it immensely, and I'm so glad that I held on to it. And now, sadly, I'm gonna have to go repress that product and wash my dress that I'm wearing. So that is it for products that I've changed my mind on. I'm definitely gonna keep this video idea in my head for the future so that if there's something that I, you know, go back and forth on whether or not I like it or don't like it, I'll kind of put it to the side instead of just clearing it out of my collection so that I can tell you guys about it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for joining me today. Tell me about something that you changed your mind on. Is there something that you hated and now love, or maybe you loved and now hated? I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.